Hey there, friends and enemies, Joker here again, and yesterday we got a ton of new information about Dragon Age The Veilguard, specifically with exploration across Thedas. Now, I think this game looks beautiful. I am really excited to jump back into the world of Dragon Age, one of my favorite franchises, and just the different locations they've teased so far, I think are really incredible to look at. The scenery is going to be fantastic. So, in this article, they essentially talk about how they wanted to craft a rich experience, an experience with a rich narrative with many areas to explore. The lighthouse, for example, is a central place for Rook to rest, spend time with companions, and learn more about the world through conversation. Now, this is going to be your main hub that you are going to use as your primary base, and I hope there's maybe not the levels of army building that we saw within Dragon Age Inquisition, but I do really look forward to seeing what they allow you to do within your home base and how much of the impact in the world as a whole you're able to have outside of just your standard missions. I think that's a very smart concept for a game like this, because it feels like not only are your actions in the missions and the combat and everything affecting the world, but also your relationships and some of the side things that you do as well. The Crossroads allows the Veilguard to traverse Thedas in seconds, connecting the lighthouse to more of the world than ever before. So essentially you have this way to teleport to all of the different locations. Now this makes a lot of sense. Once again, Dragon Age The Veilguard is not a fully open world. It is, again, similar to Dragon Age Inquisition, where you have parts of the world that are available, but you have to get there through the Crossroads. And I think this is where BioWare does shine. Like, they don't do open worlds, and it's not sure there's going to be some places that you're not necessarily as invested to explore, but also there's going to be some places where you are going to really enjoy jumping in, finding out what it has to uncover. Hopefully there's secrets and side quests and other things to find along the various offshoots of the standard path that could really add a lot to the game. So, some of the locations that it does tease: Arlathan Forest. Ancient magic and powerful artifacts reawaken, and reality thins across the woodlands that once held the heart of the Elven Empire. The Veil Jumpers, masters of ancient Elven magic, seek to stabilize the region and keep reality from crumbling. So this place looks really cool. Gonna feel ancient with some of the different, probably crumbled or long past use artifacts and relics and all that kind of good stuff, which I think is really cool. And this will probably play a major part when you take into account how this story is going to affect the elven gods. Then we have Hosburg Wetlands. Much of this once peaceful marshland has been consumed by the Blight. Darkspawn roam the swamps with impunity, but the Grey Wardens mount a valiant defense on the last safe haven, Lavendale. Now, this again is really cool because I think this is going to be a darker, more mysterious type of location, and then you're going to have Lavendale, which should be this grand fortress where the Grey Wardens are defending, and hopefully you have a lot of interactions with the Grey Wardens in this game because they are such an invaluable part to the Dragon Age franchise that I'd love to see. Obviously, we have one as a companion in the game, but I want to see more than that as well. Minrenthos, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. The Venatori wield corruption as they try to turn the Empire's heart to their own dark purposes, yet the people resist, with the rebel Shadow Dragons leading the charge. So this will be very interesting. This is probably where a lot of the politicking is going to go down. You have these wizards who have this insane amount of power, and then you have the Shadow Dragons trying to rebel against them, essentially. And I think this could be a location that really shines, as from what we've seen so far, it looks absolutely insane. Lots of people, lots of things to do, lots of things to see. So I think that's really, really nice. And then we've got the Ravane. This is an ancient Grey Warden fortress. Sits among sparkling waters and lush greenery of the Ravane coast. The Lords of Fortune call this paradise home. The servants of the gods have their own plans, however, and threaten to turn this sanctuary into a battlefield. So, again, more beachy area with some luscious vibes as well. Lots of, looks like ancient skulls and bones and stuff like that to uncover as well. Some giant creatures, maybe dragons that are left to rot. So I think this could be a location that will be pretty enjoyable to check out. And then finally we have Treviso. This is a merchant city known for the beauty of its canals and the deadliness of its assassins. Treviso is under Antom occupation, a state of affairs that sits poorly with the Antivan Crows. Now, again, politics, different interactions between these various groups that we have to deal with. We know that each of the characters that join you, as well as Rook himself, are going to have some connection to these different factions, and I hope that plays into how the story unfolds, not only with what alliances you form, who joins you on certain missions, how you are able to recruit allies to your cause, all that kind of good stuff. Once again, similar to Dragon Age Inquisition, and hopefully expanded upon in a way that is really, really exciting. So, what's there to find? So, while exploring the Veilguard, while exploring the world, the Veilguard will come across many things to do and people to talk to, loot to upgrade your equipment, and puzzles and lore. The ancient statues, letters, and artifacts left behind to read and collect those codex entries. There'll also be new modes of transportation to find throughout the world, including fast travel. New modes of transportation. I would love to see a mount. I don't know if that's going to happen, but a mount would be absolutely sick. And I think makes some of the tedium of travel across the land, once you've been across it and explored it once, a little bit less of a problem. So there are new ways for your companions to interact with the world as well, with specific exploration abilities. For example, you may come across some ancient elven artifacts for Bolara to tinker with while you wander through Arlathan. Even while the companions are back at the lighthouse, Rook can use a lyrium dagger to take advantage of their exploration abilities. You may also spot companions out and about interacting with the world on their own. Now again, I think that's fantastic because it does make it feel like a living world, which is absolutely important. When heading to Treviso, we recommend finding Lucanus and enjoying a cup of coffee together. I think that's really cool. Lighthouse is your new home, so you'll have one-on-one chats with them, and Rook will have his own room. And then lastly, there's a caretaker's workshop where items can be upgraded and enchanted. And then the crossroads. All of that's very good. I like all the sound of a lot of this. Now, we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. Sometimes these worlds can feel fantastic, and then you get hands-on with them, and maybe they aren't as densely populated with things to do and stuff to see as you might like. But overall, I think this is the right direction, and it does look really beautiful. So I think that's absolutely massive. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. My name is Jopa. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a good one. I'll catch you all later.